station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 4.
Here's a look at today's top stories all across the DMV. Right now,
Mother Nature just will not let up out there across the region as we have the threat for severe thunderstorms. We'll break down the latest on when the worst of the weather swings through, coming up here in just a bit.
Davian, thank you. Several D.C. businesses are recovering after explosives were set off in their buildings. Our Dave Laval is sitting down with business owners tonight.
And it's almost time to celebrate our nation's independence, which means fireworks. As exciting as they are, it's important to know how to handle them. And if they're illegal, you shouldn't be able to set them off. We'll tell you where to catch some of the best shows in the DMV. And thanks for joining us on this Monday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. It's another DMV First Warn Day as we're keeping an eye on the skies right now. Let's take a look outside. Oh, they're overlooking Roslyn, a little cloudy right now.
And we've got team coverage from our entire weather team this afternoon. We're going to hear from meteorologist Scott Sumner and, of course, Damon Matson in just a bit. But let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb with those storm threats. Janessa, what's happening right now?
Oh, we have just a ton of instability in the atmosphere, and if you've been outside, you know the humidity continues to build, and so that is allowing for these storms, these cells to really get going. We have the front, it's a lot closer to our region at this hour, and so that's going to allow formation of really for the next couple of hours into the start of your evening. At this point, a severe thunderstorm watch is in place for sections of the DMV, and that's going to stay in place until 10 p.m. Especially our eastern counties into sections of western Maryland, you are on alert. We have put the primary threats today of damaging wind gusts up to about 75 miles per hour. They have the potential for today, along with hail, and then we will not rule out that possibility of a few spin-up tornadoes. So that is exactly what we're going to be watching for the next couple of hours. Nothing on the severe end at this point. About 15 to 20 minutes ago, out towards areas of Winchester, Warrenton, we did have a severe thunderstorm warning. So at this point, Manassas Park, you do have a storm system that is providing you a torrential rain. Sometimes it's very difficult to know what colors you're looking at. So at this point, you have the yellow, the darker red color, and that is moderate to torrential rain that continues to make its way across 66. So folks, I know you are headed home for your evening commute, about to take the metro. And so the direction of this current storm, let's do a lapse here. It is going to make its way, if it holds together, into areas of Annandale, Jefferson, into areas of the Beltway across 95 as well. One more storm we're going to look at real quickly, just outside of Culpeper. There is a little bit of lightning associated with it as well, but nothing on the severe end, just to the north of the Culpeper region. So we're going to keep you up to date as these storms are expected to become more widespread across the area, even out towards western Maryland as well, into Martinsburg and Hagerstown. So right now we have team coverage and meteorologist Scott Sumner out towards Fairfax County. What do you got, Scott?
All right, I tell you what, Janessa, it is light rain, obviously, because I have the umbrella up as we speak right now. And I do look off to the west, and I do see the darker skies here. We are in Fairfax Station. My photographer, Matt, and myself, we traveled out here. We can actually hear some thunder as we speak. You might be picking up on that with the microphone above me. So again, the severest stuff is still off to the south and west a little bit with this particular storm, but this came out of Warrenton with a severe thunderstorm warning, and it's been moving, it looks like, with my radar tracker, radar scope, it's been moving more in a westerly path, but we'll let Damon talk more about that. But right now, again, just some light rain here in Fairfax Station as we speak, and of course my cameraman Matt and I will be in our roving mobile here, our weather truck, if you will, and be tracking some of these storms moving through maybe some of the heavier rainfall as we go with each passing hour. But that's it from here. Just some light rain in Fairfax Station. Again, you heard a little bit of thunder out there. Thankfully, no lightning, although we're going to probably head in there into the truck here in just a few minutes because lightning could be soon to follow. But back in the studio right now, Damon Matson is tag teaming with the Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Damon, can you tell us a little bit more on this particular storm that I'm speaking of?
Yeah, exactly right, Scott. Now, you're talking about it there. Again, these storms are bubbling up pretty quickly, and stay dry and safe out there, folks. This is just the nature of how things are going to be. These storms are going to bubble up in this intense heat and humidity, and we're going to have a decently active evening ahead of us here. No question about it. And there we are. Well, like Janessa just touched on, Scott, as well, those storms are firing up. Not everybody is going to be seeing those storms. Not everybody's going to see severe storms for the next several hours, but the chance is there, and that's what we continue to keep an eye out for, as this activity is expected to ramp up from now all the way through about 7 o'clock. Could be the worst of this severe situation, but as always, this is a fluid situation. Things can change in an instant, so we're going to be tracking that for the next several hours. For the most part, this activity is going to wind down as we head beyond sunset. 8 to 10 o'clock, a lot of the severe activity will start to quiet down. It will likely end over portions of southern Maryland, far southeastern portions of the DMV, and then we'll see a few showers lasting up until about midnight, but we will look to dry out a little bit as we head towards your 4th of July holiday that is tomorrow. But again, it's going to continue to be an active next several hours. We have the whole weather team here. We'll continue to provide updates on any severe thunderstorm warnings and anything changing here as we roll through the next several hours. So stick with us. We'll continue to have more.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, new tonight, Prince George's County Police have arrested a 22-year-old in connection to a 56-year-old Metrobus driver's murder. His arrest also follows multiple carjackings on Sunday. Detectives say Dayon Ross shot and killed Kurt Modest in the parking lot of a fast food restaurant during an attempted carjacking on Ritchie Road in Maryland, and later shot and killed 2 dogs during another carjacking. Police say Ross carjacked at least 4 vehicles on Sunday. He was caught in the district, and he will be extradited to Prince George's County. We'll have more details on this coming up at 5.
Well, police in Prince George's County had their hands full this morning. 2 attempted armored car robberies within a matter of hours. The first happened at 9:15 on Greenbelt Road. No one was hurt there. The second happened shortly after on East-West Highway. That attempted robbery being handled by Hyattsville police. They're still looking for suspects in both of these cases and are trying to figure out if these cases are connected to each other or a third similar attempted robbery over the weekend. Be sure to stay with DC News Now for any updates.
Meanwhile, in the district, local and federal agencies are looking for the person who planted explosive devices around Northeast Washington.
And they all took place within minutes of each other. Early Sunday morning, DC News Now's Dave Laval is live in the district, and he joins us from the scene of one of the attacks. Dave.
Good afternoon, Mark and Annalisa. This Nike store remains open for business despite some terrifying moments early yesterday morning. Some sort of bomb caused this damage at the entrance. This store was not the only target.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Carolyn Virgil surveys the damage to the Truist Bank on Washington Place Northeast. The front entrance has windows blown out of it, and the ATM is out of order after someone planted an explosive device outside the bank around 4:30 Sunday morning.
They're going crazy now. They're really going crazy.
A few minutes later, another explosion, this time outside the entrance to the Nike store along H Street Northeast. It did not stop there. 2 windows remain boarded up at the Safeway store on 40th Street Northeast. DC police told us someone threw a Molotov cocktail at the supermarket just minutes after the attack at the Nike store. Investigators reported no injuries in either incident, as it appears the suspect targeted businesses closed at the time. Police released surveillance photos of the suspect. He's believed to have driven off in a gold or champagne-colored Honda Acura TL with Maryland tag 17971CK.
The way they're acting now, really, this is terrible. This is terrible.
A security guard is now stationed outside the Truist Bank to prevent other trouble. DC police and the ATF are leading the investigation for the suspect. They're offering a combined $20,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible. We're live in Northeast. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. And we're also learning more about that mass shooting at a block party in Baltimore over the weekend. 2 people were killed and at least 28 others were injured. 15 of them were under 18 years old. Crews are still working to determine what led up to that shooting. Earlier today, the city's acting police commissioner provided an update saying they now believe there were multiple shooters. And Mayor Brandon Scott saying today action needs to be taken on a national scale.
We need those members in Congress who said way back when Columbine happened in 1999, when I was a freshman in high school, they wouldn't have one more because they were going to do something to actually do something. How about we ban ghost guns in this country right now?
The victims have been identified as an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old. Police are now offering up to $28,000 for more information leading to an arrest.
New tonight, according to the TSA, this past Thursday through Sunday set travel records at airports across the country. TSA officers screened nearly 10.7 million travelers, which comes out to about 2.7 million people per day. TSA is reminding people that if you're planning to travel this 4th of July, make sure to arrive early and have your ID ready.
Well, if you're celebrating this 4th of July with fireworks, you'll want to double check that it's legal to do so where you live. Maryland State Police says firecrackers, any moving fireworks or any firework fired from a mortar are illegal. The Virginia Department of Fire says any firework that explodes, moves, or shoots a projectile is also illegal. And DC Police says any firecrackers, fireworks that explode and move are illegal. Finally, in West Virginia, the state fire marshal says anyone can buy and use all types of fireworks. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll tell you where you can watch other people set off fireworks tomorrow for free.